But anyways, fam, now for our feature story of the day. Let's discuss Bitcoin halving less than 10 days away. Let's discuss this price target of $300,000 for this cycle peak. Let's break this baby down. According to the analyst, the headline reads, analyst cites favorable market trends that can see the Bitcoin price touch 300,000 per coin this cycle. Send it. That's right. Amid the renewed strength recently displayed by Bitcoin, we have crypto analyst Mikhail van de Poppe, a recognized crypto analyst and trader, offering an intriguing prediction for Bitcoin, highlighting that the crypto asset is likely to reach the $300,000 threshold this bull cycle. Send it. So over the past month, the price of Bitcoin has been consolidating and hasn't been able to sustain its rise beyond its new peak of 73,000. However, things could soon be changing, according to Van de Poppe, expecting the coin to surge immensely in the short term. His forecast coincides with anticipation around the upcoming Bitcoin halving expected to take place in roughly 10 days, fueling optimism within the crypto community. And according to the expert, Bitcoin is still experiencing significant resistance. Nonetheless, if Bitcoin manages to break out of this zone, the coin could witness a progression towards a new all-time high in the coming months, as outlined here in the chart. Given that Bitcoin achieved the 70,000 price level ahead of the halving, Poppe believes that it is likely to surge to unprecedented levels, particularly topping out at $300,000 per coin in this bull run. According to the tweet, quoting him here, Bitcoin is still facing crucial resistance. If this breaks, then we'll be seeing a continuation towards new all-time highs. Bitcoin at 70,000 pre-halving, likely $300,000 this cycle. Can someone run the math? Is that roughly 4x, 400%-ish? Let me know. Now, Poppe underscored that the price of Bitcoin returned to 70,000 level over the weekend, and as a result, has pointed out bullish indicators that are presently occurring in the crypto landscape. The analyst also noted the strength of the crypto markets have now exceeded our perceptions, and dips in alts represent opportunities for good entries. In addition, the Bitcoin price demonstrates the potential to reach a new all-time high pre-halving, and a shift in favor of altcoins is on the horizon. And again, as we pointed out earlier, for the first time in Bitcoin history, we finally eclipsed the previous cycle all-time high pre-halving, which is another massively bullish indicator. So let me know your thoughts on this 300,000 price prediction from crypto analyst Mikhail van de Poppe. Do you think this is realistic? Do you think it's a pipe dream? Do you think it's modest? Do you think it's a possibility? Whatever your thoughts, holla in that live chat, and I greatly appreciate it. And I'll discuss my thoughts on it. I think 300,000 is right in the range where I can see it actually happening this cycle. Again, my bear scenario is 222,000, and my bull scenario is as high as 750,000, 300 being inside that range, 500 more of the medium average of that range, and 300 is more of the bear scenario. But nonetheless, I'd still be very satisfied regardless if we hit the bear scenario of 222 or if we hit the 750. Clearly, I'll be that much more excited to hit the higher range. But nonetheless, even the lower range is very intriguing, especially considering when I got into Bitcoin, it was $1,500 per coin back in 2017. So not too shabby. Those are pretty nice gains. And even from today's price action, I mean, a modest 300 grand is still roughly a 400% price increase from the current price action. And considering the institutional FOMO, which we didn't have previous cycle, and all the ETFs, of course, that are yet to even be launched, like we've been discussing, they're going to be launching from China via Hong Kong and all parts of the world, El Salvador. Then the institutional, besides institution, we have the nation state adoption, like countries like El Salvador and other countries that haven't made the announcement yet, who have been secretly buying and hoarding the biddies. And then, of course, we have sovereign wealth fund adoption. Then, of course, we can't forget the retail. The previous all-time high was driven purely from retail. So there are just so many bullish catalysts. Also, another thing we can't forget, we have the presidential election here in the States later this year, ironic enough. So all these things are going to play a factor, and more people are losing faith in their fiat currency and their central banking cartels. Yeah, I mean, running the countries amok, and the money printing, and them allegedly keeping inflation in control. Yeah, I mean, oh, we're going to keep it under 3%. It's not a concern. I don't think the average person or anyone who, in the know actually believes anything coming out of their lips or mouths anymore. And what's the perfect hedge against all the corruption? Bitcoin. What's the perfect hedge against the inflation? Bitcoin. What's the perfect hedge against the deflation? Bitcoin. What's the perfect hedge against corruption in general? Bitcoin. What's the, what do you do from here? You stack sats and you treat Bitcoin as a savings account because it's the ultimate savings and it's unconfiscatable. Every other form of asset can be taken from you, just like property, real estate. Ask Andrew Tate about that one. They can seize your vehicles. They can seize your gold bars. In fact, they've done that numerous times, as history has shown us. They can virtually take anything away from you if they want to, if they have a desire to do so, except properly self-custodied Bitcoin. And for that reason alone, it's priceless. There'll never be another form of money with a finite limited supply that is unconfiscatable. Bitcoin was first. It has first mover's advantage. It has already reached the escape velocity. Nothing will ever catch up to it. It is what it is. Bitcoin has been going strong for 15 years. The network has never once went down. It is the strongest monetary network in the history of the world. It's the most appreciating asset in the history of the world. When you make a Bitcoin transaction, the transaction is the settlement of it in of itself. So Bitcoin can save these retailers billions of dollars. Retailers like Walmart, any of these other, physical places people go and shop, even places like Amazon, digital marketplaces, Bitcoin can change the game, right? Because imagine the billions of dollars they would be saving from not having to use the payment rails such as a Visa or MasterCard or something like that, right? And then they can pass the savings to the retail. Do you think retail, let's talk about the ladies for a second. If the ladies had the opportunity to save whatever it is, 2%, 5% by using Bitcoin as instead of fiat currency, what do you think they would choose? Women love to save money. Just saying. Who doesn't like to save money? So, for example, you see something on sale. Oh my God, it's on sale. I got to take advantage of it. Same concept with Bitcoin. What if you can buy whatever you're currently buying in your favorite marketplace, but they're going to pass on a 5% discount for using Bitcoin? That doesn't mean you need to use all your Bitcoin to buy things. That means you can have self-custodied Bitcoin, and then you can have some Bitcoin in a hot wallet on a phone. You can maybe keep a couple of $100s on the hot wallet on your Bitcoin phone to make the transactions on whatever. You know what I mean? We're giving you some random examples. Amazon, you know what I mean? Walmart. I'm just saying, what if? And also, what if Jeff Bezos, announces being a Bitcoin, whatever, billionaire, 100 millionaire? Who is Mr. 100? Who is that? Is that a country secretly buying? Is that a Jeff Bezos, like a billionaire? Could it be Zuckerberg? Could it be Andrew Tate? A lot of questions, right? But the bigger picture is there is such a finite limited supply of Bitcoin, and there is mass demand, the supply being awarded to the miners, about to get slashed in half from 900 a day to 450 per day. Just use your imagination. What's going to happen when there's a legitimate supply shock? We already witnessed a demand shock with these ETFs, right? What's going to happen when there's a supply shock and there's just no more to buy and the 2 million Bitcoin available on the exchanges are gone? And all the Bitcoin is all of a sudden in the hands of the long-term hodlers, such as you, who refuse to sell. Well, they're going to have to bribe you with some higher fiat prices to even get you to entertain to sell your biddies, right? Stock to flow shows us Bitcoin hovering above 100,000 between the time of this halving, which is in roughly a week and a half, to the next halving of 2028. Could foresee Bitcoin hitting $1 million per coin. We have Kathy Wood. She made her predictions even more bullish, saying we can now hit 3.8 million per coin by the year 2030. But I want to know your thoughts. And even yesterday, I shared a Samson Mao very bullish prediction of hitting $1 million this year per Bitcoin. But let me know your thoughts. Where do you feel the Bitcoin price action is likely to go next? Holla at your boy.